So 2 months ago, I was really killing it. I was waking up at like 5 in the morning to work. I was going to the gym like 5 times a week and training really hard, hitting PRs, eating clean. And I was just really on this roll. I was very disciplined and I felt unstoppable. I was like, this might be the turning point for my success. But something weird happened and it actually killed my momentum and I hit a very bad rut. And do you want to know what it was? I gave in to lust. And I'm not proud of it. I'm very ashamed to admit it because it's not a great thing to, it's not a great thing to talk about. It's kind of a personal topic, but it basically was the reason why I am not where I should be today. I should be at a much higher level. I should be I could be at 1,000 subscribers or something right now, but I gave into lust and it destroyed me. Pretty soon, I'm going 2 weeks without posting a video, not even working on my community and my productivity course. I just didn't know what to do. I didn't know what I was doing wrong. I was like, why can't I just push through this? And I'm not perfect now. I'm still kind of struggling with it, but I've been able to get back. I've been able to wake up early. This morning I just woke up early and went boxing with a friend, and I can feel myself breaking out of this cycle. Real quick, I want you to check out WorkForge. It's my community for young entrepreneurs or students trying to maximize productivity and become the greatest version of themselves. So, if you want my productivity course plus a one-on-one call and then weekly group calls, join WorkForge, and I can't wait to see you inside. So the first thing I want to talk about is the dopamine rush of lust and giving into those kinds of habits. And the thing is, we all know it gives you a huge rush of dopamine. And it's not like the good kind of dopamine that you get from working hard. It's the lazy kind of dopamine that you get from like playing video games or eating junk food, all those kinds, those kinds of dopamine, I guess. And basically, this stimulation is so high. It stimulates your brain extremely well. And that's the problem. It makes everything feel like you don't need to do it. Like you don't need to work hard because you've already accomplished everything. You've already done something really hard because that's what your brain thinks after that dopamine rush. It's crazy how badly it can unmotivate you. So you might think like, oh, I can use the clarity to work hard. It can clear my thoughts. It'll make me work harder. That's really just cope, honestly, because I've coped about that before. And trust me, I've never had a good work session after I've given into lust or anything like that. Now, I want to also say this happens when you scroll too much. You get this rush of dopamine that makes you not want to work hard. It's not as bad, but it can affect your work sessions. It can affect your productivity. So I would just watch out for it because scrolling way too much, because I've fallen into this many, many times. I've scrolled way too much and end up not being able to work. So, how did I get back on track? How did I end this cycle of giving into dopamine habits and stuff like that? Well, you don't actually focus on the problem. You have to stop focusing on the problem because whenever I give back into bad habits, I notice that I always tend to focus on getting rid of the problem, which can work and I don't recommend it. But I but the problem is you are always thinking about it and then you end up getting tempted and giving in. So what you should do in my opinion is focus on restoring your relationship with God and focus on being a godlier person. Whenever I am struggling and I return to God, I don't even really want to give into bad habits anymore because I feel good about myself. I want to glorify God and I don't even want to sin. So, what I think you should do, especially if you are a Christian, is focus on restoring your relationship with God and Jesus and becoming the best version of yourself spiritually. Because if you can learn how to ask God, ask the Holy Spirit to protect you from getting tempted or help you run away from temptations, you will be able to fight it off so much easier. There's this guy, I think his name is Ryan Walker. I don't know if you know him, but he's a Christian YouTuber, and he always says, walk in the Spirit, because you have like, it's a really good video. You should look it up. But it's basically where you have two sides of you, the flesh and the spirit. And whenever you get tempted, you should try to walk in the spirit, because you can't battle temptations with the flesh, because your flesh always will want those things. So you can't battle flesh on flesh, but you can fight it or run away with it with the spirit. Basically, it's hard to explain. I don't remember it exactly, but basically, just whenever you get tempted, like listen to some maybe Christian music, or just go and pray, read the Bible, and I swear, bro, it's gonna work. You have to be very mindful of it, because what I've noticed is I will always not even notice it, and eventually I'm just like getting into a bad habit, and it's unfortunate. So you need to be very mindful of your thoughts. So make sure you're meditating, make sure you're being mindful of everything and actually taking your thoughts captive. You can also transmute this energy into your work. I want you to think of like you're getting tempted, right? And there's just smoke everywhere. There's smoke in your room, and what you do is you take a deep breath and breathe all that smoke in, and then breathe it out like as fast as you can, and then transmute that energy into your work. I don't know why this works for me, but it really gets me motivated. It really gets me hyped up to work, because it's almost like you're putting that fire inside you. So you can transmute that energy into your work, and I would really try that as well. So that's about all I have. That's what I'm doing to combat it, and I hope I helped you. As always, God bless you. Check out my community if you want to, and I'll see you in the next video.